My name is Ruth, and I'm from Ontario, Canada.
I'm Sandra Lynn, and I'm based in the United States.
My name is Joseph Damlare Adeshago David. I live in Obomoshon, Nigeria.
I first got involved with BAM as a first year student while at Carleton University.
I've spent over 20 years as a serial entrepreneur, mostly marketing agencies and also consulting globally to business leaders.
It was in 2015 that I first came across the concept of business as mission. And the questions were about how do we integrate our faith into our work? How do we, keep our faith alive in the midst of the, intense pressure of the marketplace?
I first got involved with BAM through my church that was running a pilot program on faith and work. And it really opened up my eyes as to how entrepreneurs, especially those like trying to take themselves to the next stage, interact with the world in a very different way than traditional employees. And that kind of resonated with me.
And I had never heard anything like that before. I didn't even know that people mixed their faith and work, let alone there was a whole community around it. So I was really intrigued and I became a volunteer with BAM.
And I came across the Lausanne paper on business as missions in 2015. And this was like a game changer for me because what it did was it helped me see how that business was such an integral part of what God is doing in these last days, in these times, to redeem, creation, to bring, his people into active engagement in missions.
I see business as my calling and marketing as my way to be able to express that and be able to, bring people to a level that they can do more things than they can, do on their own. They can tell a bigger story and they can really build something lasting. So it's more sustainable with a solid purpose.
Generally, as a Christian student, I had always learned that, I could pray about my work and I could talk to God about my work, but I never learned that I could actually include my faith in my work and that I could express my faith through whatever God had called me to do. So that was really new for me and just expanded my mind to a whole new way of thinking and of living.
The moment business is seen as mission, suddenly the bulk of Christians who didn't see how their faith played out in their day-to-day lives could now see that where they spend the most productive hours of their day was actually a platform for missions. And that was a game changer.
And then secondly, as a global politics student, I was constantly learning about huge problems, inequalities, disparities, situations that really seemed hopeless, and wasn't given a whole lot of tools to actually create solutions. But when I learned that business people were using business as a way to solve the world's greatest problems, and that they were actually helping to lift people out of their hardship and then give them the tools to be better and to create better things for their communities, I thought, oh wow, this is amazing. I would like to get involved with this.
The whole BAM ecosystem really needs all sides of things, right? It really needs a lot of roles. So not just the frontline people that are out there, running and starting businesses, but also the people behind the scenes like me who, help them grow capacities.
I started a company called Innovate Lab, and we infused the principles of business as mission into it from the get-go. And what that has done for us is that in our city of Bomosho, we've seen not just economic transformation, but spiritual transformation. And this is what really excites me about the concept of business as missions and how God's people are being equipped to actually be functional missionaries in the marketplace with their work and with their faith in Christ, witnessed to in how they show up in the businesses they do.
I don't really know exactly what's next for me with BAM. Maybe you don't either, but I've learned to just follow what God's leading is step by step. And I just keep moving. And I suggest the same for you. Just keep moving forward, listen well, and stay open to the unexpected ways that God can use your gifts.